everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another Indiana Jones movie review, everybody. We're on the third one in the franchise, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, everybody. This movie came out in 1989, everyone. And this movie sees Indiana Jones in 1938. He soon finds that his father has gone missing while he was searching for the Holy Grail. And then he very soon after that realizes that they're up against the Nazis again, everybody, because they're after the Holy Grail as well, everybody. So the stakes are higher in this one compared to the second one, everybody. So this movie, once again, is directed by Steven Spielberg. He directs the fourth one also, so he's the only director in this whole franchise. That's pretty rare to have one director for 4 movies in a franchise that has been going on since 81, so that's pretty damn rare. Harrison Ford returns as Indiana Jones, of course. He's just as good. I actually think that this is his best performance in the franchise, is in this movie. Sir Sean Connery, everybody, is in this one. He plays Indy's father, Henry Jones Sr., and he is great. A great addition to this movie, you guys. Great. Fabulous. You guys all know I love Sean Connery. Anybody that's been watching me ever since I've been doing YouTube, you know I love my Sean Connery. He's my favorite James Bond. So, River Phoenix actually is in this movie too, everybody. He is in the cold open, which I will get to in the review later. He plays the young Indy, so that was pretty cool to see him in this. And then Denholm Elliott plays Marcus Brody. He comes back. He was in the first one. And he actually is a big part of this adventure. He actually gets a bigger role in this movie. And then Allison Doody, she plays Elsa. She is not really the love interest in the movie, but her and Indy do share that a little bit in the movie. And then something happens with her character in the movie. I'm not going to dive into it because I don't like spoiling things for people. And John Rhys Davis comes back to play Salah, and he has a bigger role in the movie too. So we get a lot of returning cast members from the Lost Ark, the first one, because some of them weren't in the second one, because the second one never went back to the college or that. And that's where this one kind of opens up in a very similar way to Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first one, because we do go back to the college. The cold open in the movie is kind of I enjoyed it, like with River Phoenix playing the younger Indiana Jones. We get to see how Indy gets certain things and why he's doing what he does now, and like, so I enjoy the cold open, but it's very entertaining. It's full of action, but I just don't think it's as good as the first one. The cold open in the first Indiana Jones movies was amazing. It was great. I think it was like the perfect way to open this movie franchise. Like, so if that's one thing that kind of drags this movie down just a little bit for me, just a little bit. So this movie, in my opinion, is probably the closest action adventure movie that has literally come close to the first Indiana Jones, like this close. This movie is really good, you guys. It's my favorite one. I don't think as a whole, as you look at it as a movie, it's not quite as good as the first one. Like, I'm being serious. Like, it's quite as good. It's really good, though. This movie has a lot of heart to it, you guys. And I think it's because of the addition of his father, Henry, played by Sean Connery. The interaction between him and Harrison Ford and Indy and his dad is just gold, you guys. It's so entertaining. It's funny. I think this is the funniest movie out of all 4 of them. I think it's the most entertaining one out of all 4 of them. The movie has just heart to it, and the stakes that come up in the movie because of certain relationships, and I feel like the movie has a little bit more impact on you, like emotionally. So, and like I said, it's the funniest one out of all of them. That's for damn sure. And it's not bad humor. The humor in the movie is great. It's funny. It's never off-putting. And like I said, this is the most fun one in the franchise. Like, I think this is the most rewatchable one out of all 4 of them. Like, I could put this one in and watch it any day. Like, it's the action is great. The stakes are higher. It's just the emotion, the humor. John Williams' score is, I honestly think this, as far as like that aspect too, this is the best the music was in the franchise. Like, they were at their ceiling. Like, by their third movie, a lot of franchises are starting to stumble, but in my opinion, in a lot of ways, they were like at the top of the mountain when they made this movie. Like, everything was on par, and they were just firing on all cylinders, everybody in this movie. Like, seriously, it's great. And like the third act of the movie, by the time you get to the third act of the movie, you have your big action set piece, in the third act. But then we got about 20 minutes left of the movie, and the final act of the movie, the emotion side of the movie kicks in, and like we're literally watching a bunch of people like drink out of a cup with water and stuff, and it's just like, but they still find a way to have you gripped and on the edge of your seat, even though there's not a lot of action going on. So that is a testament to the director and the script, who George Lucas helped write the story on this one too. Like, it's just, this movie is great, you guys. It's really good. The only thing that really knocks it down for me is the cold open. And I'm not saying that it's bad. I like the opening scene with River Phoenix. It just, for me, it's not as good as the first one. The cold open action set piece in the original one, Raiders of the Lost Ark, is just a little bit better. That's why I kept saying this movie literally is not quite as good as the first one. So I'm going to give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. That's right. It literally just barely is less than the original movie. Raiders of the Lost Ark and this one, they are the two best action adventure movies that have been made. It's going to be hard to top either of them, in my opinion. So, and people are still trying. But yeah, guys, 9.5 out of 10. This is my favorite movie in the franchise. It's my most rewatchable one. I love it. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about this movie. If it's your favorite one, if it's not. And yeah, guys, if you are new to this channel and you haven't hit that subscribe button, consider doing that for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Helps me out a lot, you guys. And don't forget to smash that notification bell so you keep getting all my updated videos. And I'll be catching y'all on the tube laters, because I have spoken.